The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Commodores will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get the first crack at it here. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from...
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Suggs. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The play-action fake. There's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback.
Turning it on! And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completed.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Spears. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Vanderbilt's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
The Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Toss to the left. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got to
makes the grab past the marker. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Commodores are flying down the field. They'll give it to the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lee to throw. Setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Wide out trying to get it in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Sneaks it into the end zone.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Got his man in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. fires to the tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football, distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Gets it out fast. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Makes the catch. Touchdown Bulldogs! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lee takes to the air. Quick strike complete.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Here's the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
And that's a great stop by this defense. Second down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for third down.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Lee to throw. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Not a chance. Missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. It's a draw. Only a couple there, and now staring at third and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ball.
And he was hit just as he released it. To the turf.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Lee takes to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. That's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They're dealing with a second and long. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Slithers into space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense, man, that's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Rushes on him. Sets up the screen. And he'll be brought down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Dogs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on third. Finds a man in the middle. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Out of the backfield, he's open. He's loose. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs! How efficient efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Lee to throw. Fires to the big fella. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Commodores headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted deep in his own end. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Got the first down and more. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Georgia.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Handoff to the single back. And they'll just play it safe with the run. Right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Running game got it done on the last play, now it's first down. Puts it out of the air. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
Kick is in the air. He'll try to feel the button, see if he can give his offense better field position. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a way.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. On target. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He's got it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Commodores look to keep this drive humming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Lee takes to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Commodores really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Try to get it to the edge. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Commodores. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They've got the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 9.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Makes the grab on the left. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and
turning it on! Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's loose. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And the Commodores with the 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
A little screen to the running back. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Lee to throw. Got his man. He's in there. 2-point conversion is good, and they're down by just 1.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Punt is in the air. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt coverage. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. Finds the tight end. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
The Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. Find some fresh air. Touchdown, Vandy. They move on top here in the 4th.
This team right now is showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
And this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. It's complete to the left. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Encroachment defense. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. It's a draw. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively.
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. He's going to lose a yard on on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure coming. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And that's just frustrating. This is an offense that can't afford to throw the football away right here on 3rd and long. Field goal does no good. Being in range means absolutely nothing. You got to take what the defense gives you, maybe make the 4th down more manageable. Now this offense in a tough spot.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Florida State.
Lee takes to the air.
It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He's got him wide open. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
He's got him. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The run to the left. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Lee to throw. Snags it! Into the end zone! Touchdown Doors!
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. Now they'll try to get another possession. Onside kick. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Fakes the grab. There he goes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Finds his man in the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
Going for it all. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking for room. It's Spears. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed.
Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.